Name to me rappers who are better than the ones I just said.
For me, if I'm going, Ice Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting wise.
Really?
Yeah, but he turned in hella dramatic performances.
Has he?
Yeah, Boys in the
you're right. Yeah, but Boys in the
Hood.
You're right.
Higher Learning. Is it
Higher Learning? Yep. No, you're right.
Yeah. So I would damn sure take him off that list.
Clear-minded. Which means I'll you okay for more because I'm drunk. Well, hold up.
Aries Spears really out here talking reckless, threatening to pull up on Michael Jai White, a certified martial artist and action star. That's how wild it's gotten. It all kicked off after Aries went on one of his classic rants, this time coming for Ice Cube. He said Cube was overrated, took shots at his acting, and even questioned why folks still call him a legend. That alone had people ready to clap back. But then Michael Jai White stepped in. He defended Cube, saying the man earned his stripes, built his empire from music to Hollywood without cutting corners.
Because apparently I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture.
Apparently Aries didn't take that too well. Word started spreading that he was telling folks Michael should stay in his lane and that he ain't scared to pull up if things pop off. Let's be real. Aries is a stand-up comic. Michael Jai White, that's a whole trained fighter, black belt in multiple styles, played Spawn, and made knocking out Kimbo Slice on screen look real. This is not the guy you casually threaten over somebody else's legacy. But clearly, Aries ain't learned his lesson. This the same dude who once got rocked in the head during a live radio interview. So now, it's way bigger than just Ice Cube. This about Aries Spears' ego, his craving for relevance, and what happens when somebody feels overlooked by the culture and starts throwing shots at the wrong ones. But hold up, before we dive into the back and forth with Michael Jai White, let's rewind to Aries' original smoke with Cube.
Michael Jai White, he has perfect technique.
Now I'm gonna throw 3 jabs. Don't let me hit him. Don't let me hit your hand. You ready?
Yeah.
That's 1, 2. Okay, now here's the 3rd one. Don't let me hit it. You ready?
Yeah.
He recently went on Big Boy's Hangout and said Cube is overrated.
Hold up.
Not just as an actor, but also as a rapper. Aries claimed Cube's flow don't hold up next to newer artists, or even some of his peers from back in the day. He said Cube got no range in acting either.
And I said, look, man, I'm not a fan of Ice Cube. Musically or theatrically. I'm not a fan.
Always playing the same tough guy role in every flick, and here's where it gets personal. Aries didn't just say Cube's work is weak, he straight up said he can't stand him. But Aries didn't stop there. He kept the shots coming. He went after Cube's writing skills and dissed one of the most iconic tracks in hip-hop history. It Was a Good Day. Like, seriously, for most fans, that song is a classic, but Aries said it's so bad it makes him want to shoot the radio. Yeah, he really said that, and just when you thought it couldn't get worse, he came for No Vaseline, another certified West Coast banger, when Big Boy called him out and told him straight up, you sound like a hater.
Cube is a motherfucking
I
lyricist.
can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now?
Let
Or?
me tell you something. Tommy Chung, comedian
That's
Tommy
egregious.
Chung.
I know Tommy Chung.
Tommy Chung did a great joke. He goes, here's Ice Cube as a gynecologist. Hey, Miss Jenkins, I looked at your chart. Now get up on that butt.
That's racist. I don't know how it's racist, but what you just did is racist.
That's Ice Cube.
It's racist and it's some cold. I'm not gonna sit next to you.
Whatever that was racism.
He's a lawyer. I object, Your Honor. He wasn't even there.
Oh man.
As a surgeon, give me that scalpel so I cut into that spleen.
So you don't feel Ice Cube as a lyricist?
Not at all.
Aries tried to play innocent, acting like he had no clue why people think that. Classic Aries Spears behavior. Start the fire, then pretend you don't smell the smoke. But this time, it wasn't just opinions about music. Aries flat out said he can't stand Cube. Like, that's personal. If that's not hate, then what is?
You don't think that...
One of the songs I hate the most, if it comes on, I want to shoot the radio. Today was a good day.
One of the biggest songs ever?
Ugh.
Naturally, all this rubbed people the wrong way, especially folks who respect what Cube built. And yes, Cube heard it. He fired back during a radio interview, calling Aries a sucker, and that one word said everything.
When people say what's the best diss song, I go straight to No Vaseline from
That's
Ice
my
Cube.
camera right there, right?
Yeah. I go straight to No Vaseline, Ice Cube. The N-words you love to hate. All with NWA. Ice Cube's America's Most Wanted album, one of the best hip-hop albums to me, bro.
Don't do it for me at all.
Really?
No.
You're probably more of a hater than anything. You know what I'm saying?
I get called that. But,
yeah.
But why?
Let's not forget who Ice Cube really is. Not just a rapper or actor, but a trailblazer. He kicked down doors for black talent in both music and Hollywood. From co-writing and starring in Boys in the Hood to creating hit franchises like Friday, Barbershop, and Are We There Yet? Cube turned his name into a legacy. He's consistently put other black artists on too. Comedians and actors like Chris Tucker, Mike Epps, Tracy Morgan, and Keke Palmer all got boosts from Cube's projects.
Saw a comedian speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if he a comedian.
Did you hear what he said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. And I'm like, wow, like what?
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that you know, they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. You know, everybody got their opinion, and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. You know, he entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians. You know what I mean? In the black community for sure. I don't even know if he's on the register.
He helped flip the script and make that rapper to actor move respected, back when folks used to clown it. But what Aries did wasn't just throwing shade at Cube, it felt like a shot at his whole blueprint. That legacy of going from rap to Hollywood and owning it. That's when Michael Jai White stepped in and made it real. Now, if you know anything about Michael, you know he don't chase clout or jump into messy internet drama. But this time, he spoke up loud on Vlad TV, defending Cube and reminding everybody, this ain't just some rapper turned actor. Cube built his own lane and showed the world he could play more than just the same old gangster role. Vlad, as usual, tried to stir the pot, throwing little jabs at Cube's acting.
He feels that a lot of rapper actors have no range. He named 50 Cent, Ice Cube, Common, and DMX. And I mean, you can't really argue.
I'm sorry, brother, but Ice Cube, I don't know if I'd put in that same category.
Well, because you can do comedy.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like these days, well, okay, he does comedy and he does action.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a straight man. He's a great straight man. He's done some really. I mean, that's actually a good point.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, he's more known for his comedy role.
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood was cool, but he's more known for Friday.
Yeah, but he turned in hella dramatic performances.
Has he?
Yeah, Boys in the
you're right. Yeah, but Boys
in the Hood.
You're right. No, I was thinking about
Higher Learning.
Is it Higher Learning? Yep. No, you're right.
Yeah. So I would damn sure take him off that list.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
But Michael wasn't having it. He shut that mess down, straight up saying Cube is no worse than your average Hollywood actor. Period. And listen, Michael Jai White got the resume to speak on this. He's trained in martial arts, got serious acting chops, and has worked alongside a bunch of rapper-turned-actors. He knows how hard it is to cross over and actually make it. So when he gives Cube his props, it holds weight. But instead of falling back, Aries kept running his mouth. He started talking like he was ready to pull up on Michael. Yeah, the same dude who could break bones in real life and on camera.
Well, I think what Aries is really saying, though, and I think this does kind of pertain to Ice Cube as well, is that when he says range, it's an actor that you forget is the real person.
Yeah, you want to
anymore.
forget that he's
You know, like a Daniel Day-Lewis will transform into a totally different human being. You forget that Lincoln is actually Daniel Day-Lewis. There's certain actors that, you know, like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Eating Gilbert Grape and,
Yeah,
and so
you
forth.
happen to be mentioning
the all-time greats.
No. You happen to be mentioning actors who are very eclectic and very, you know, have unusual range. But I'm telling you, the majority of actors play themselves.
Is that you in your case?
No, definitely not me in my case.
No, you don't feel you play Michael Jai White in most movies?
I very, very rarely play Michael Jai White. I feel like myself.
What's the role?
The person that I am right now, you don't usually see in movies.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Yeah, well, like what? More now, but I'm not.
Outlaw Johnny Black, my friend Michael. Pretty much.
I seem just like that character.
More or less.
Okay, that's
more or less.
I agree to disagree.
I don't feel it's a huge stretch. You're playing a tough guy in a Western movie.
Do I seem like a tough guy right now?
Michael didn't go back and forth, though. He kept it cool and basically said, if you got a problem, you know where I'm at. No yelling, no drama, just calm confidence. And that's when Aries hit the brakes. He tried to walk it back, responding to both Michael and Cube by calling them suckers, then claiming he wasn't trying to be disrespectful, just saying he's not a fan of Cube's work. But come on, after all that, it sounds less like opinion and more like he just got caught out of pocket.
What up, boy? Aries Spears here. Listen, I want to have a conversation with y'all about a word that I think is so overly used and abused. Hate/hater. Because apparently I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where unless your opinion, and last time I checked as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that. Am I not allowed to have an opinion and voice it if it's not in the direction of everybody else? Recently, I was on Vlad TV and I did an interview and we were talking about hip hop and rappers, and Ice Cube came up. And I said, look, man, I'm not a fan of Ice Cube. Musically or theatrically, I'm not a fan. And somebody sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded. He was on a radio show and the dude played him the snippet. And the first thing Ice Cube says is, well, most suckers don't like me. Then he goes on to say, I never heard of this dude. Then he finishes by saying, well, he's just not funny. Well, you can't have it both ways. If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not? So you can't have it both ways. And for the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers. So hats off to him for that. I just said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that? And then secondly, it's always funny. People call me a hater because they love to highlight when I say I don't like something as though I don't have love for anything. Listen, I'm a fan of basketball. Just not a big LeBron fan. I respect him, but I'm not a LeBron fan. But I love Jordan. I love Magic. I love Bird. I love D Wade. So how come that never gets highlighted? When it comes to rap music, yes, I'm not a fan of Ice Cube. I love Jay-Z. I love Nas. I love Jadakiss. I love Snoop. How come that don't get highlighted? When it comes to boxing, I'm a huge boxing fan. I'm not a Floyd Mayweather fan, but I love Mike Tyson. I worshiped Ali. I love Roy Jones, who I know, and Roy's a fan of mine. So again, because I might not like something or someone, why is it hate instead of an opinion, a subjective opinion? Is that how moist we've become as a generation? That we can't not like something? That's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
But let's not forget, Aries literally said he can't stand Cube. So nah, this ain't just about personal music taste. This runs way deeper. And here's something most folks overlook. Michael Jai White's defense of Cube hits different when you line it up with Aries' past. Because Aries isn't just some messy comedian who talks slick on podcasts, he's got real baggage. Back in 2022, Aries and Tiffany Haddish were hit with a serious lawsuit, accused of pressuring a young brother and sister into doing inappropriate acts for a so-called comedy skit called Through a PDF File's Eyes. The lawsuit claimed the kids were exploited during the shoot, and not long after, the skit got wiped off the Funny or Die platform.
Case. This is a shakedown. And I didn't need my lawyer to tell me this, to say this, but, I'm going to echo her words. We won't be shaken down. And believe me, it's bothering me not to talk about the skit. Because Annie and I have been talking about it. And there's some very valid things I feel like I have to say or want to say, but just can't at this time. I'm not deleting any of my old posts. And I would love to address it head on. Tony Montana, Scarface, balcony scene, shooting 1,000 Colombians. But I can't. I just can't. And it's paining me to do so because I'm a fighter. I'm not a runner. And my character's being assassinated.
The company released a statement calling it disgusting and making it very clear they had no hand in producing it. Now, both Aries and Tiffany denied the claims. Their reps called the lawsuit a straight-up money grab. Tiffany eventually apologized and said she regretted ever being part of it. But Aries, he doubled down. No apology, no remorse. He actually stood by that twisted skit and tried to defend it. But anyone who's seen it knows there's nothing funny, deep, or clever about what was in that footage. It was disturbing. Plain and simple. The so-called intent don't erase what people saw. And whether or not the family was chasing a payout doesn't change the fact that the skit crossed major lines. Comedy or not, if something looks like a crime and feels like a crime, don't be surprised when people call it one. So, on one side, you got Aries Spears, a dude surrounded by shady accusations and straight-up bizarre behavior. And on the other, Michael Jai White, a man known for discipline, respect, and keeping it clean in an industry where that's rare, especially for someone who's been in the game for decades. And maybe that's why Hollywood tends to overlook Michael. He's too real for the industry politics, too grounded, too solid. Same goes for Ice Cube. Say what you want about his movies or lyrics, but one thing's clear, Cube don't come with baggage. No wild allegations, no Me Too scandals, no criminal cases, nobody. No ex, no co-star, no crew member has ever come forward with dirt on Cube. The man's been married to his wife Kimberly since 1992. That's over 30 years locked in with no scandals attached. And that's what makes Aries' disrespect toward Cube so wild. While Cube's spent decades building a legacy that's clean, both publicly and privately, Aries out here fumbling his own name with controversy after controversy. Instead of building bridges, Aries been known for burning them. And let's keep it real. Outside of some solid impressions, Aries hasn't created anything that truly shifted the culture. He's not a visionary. He's not an activist. He hasn't paved paths for others the way Cube has. Cube helped reshape the industry, both in music and film. He opened doors, pushed boundaries, and brought other black voices into the spotlight. Meanwhile, Aries, he's mostly known for starting drama and being hard to work with. So when you line them up side by side, Aries throwing shade at Cube just don't hit. It feels like bitterness talking, not truth. And now Aries is trying to act like it's all just opinions. But people see right through it. The timing, the energy, the way he singled out Cube while defending other artists way less accomplished. Yeah, folks are calling it what it is. Clout chasing. What's crazy is Aries had a lane once. He used to be respected for his comedy, his quick wit. And yeah, those celebrity impressions were fire back in the day. But somewhere along the way, it stopped being about talent and started being about cheap controversy instead of leveling up. Aries been stuck taking shots from the sidelines. Meanwhile, Ice Cube keeps moving in silence, letting the legacy speak. He's not jumping on interviews every week or trying to stay relevant by name-dropping people. He's building empires, making moves behind the scenes, and staying solid while everybody else scrambles for attention. And Michael Jai White, man, he showed everybody how to check someone without even raising his voice. That calm, you know where to find me energy hit way harder than any threat Aries could throw. It's that grown man presence that lets you know he don't need to talk tough. He is tough. Real recognize real. At the end of the day, people are tired of seeing loudmouths try to tear down the ones who actually put in work. You don't have to like Cube's movies or think he's the best rapper alive, but you gotta respect what he's done for the culture, for the industry, and for himself. So when Aries keeps trying to drag Cube's name through the mud, it doesn't make Cube look weak. It makes Aries look desperate. And the more he talks, the more it feels like he's swinging at legends just to stay in the conversation, even if it means taking all the wrong shots. Let's keep it real. Aries Spears just doesn't have the legacy, the influence, or the platform to come for Ice Cube like that. But here's the craziest part. He still ain't backing down. Word just dropped that Aries is planning to release a whole comedy special going after Ice Cube, Michael Jai White, and everyone who's clapped back at him. Yeah, he's doubling down instead of reading the room. Now here's the question. Can Aries' career even survive this mess? It's one thing to not be a fan of Cube's work, but Aries didn't just critique. He went all in with mockery and straight up disrespect. And now, throwing fake pull-up threats at Michael Jai White. That's not comedy. That's self-sabotage. It's starting to look like Aries isn't trying to revive his name. He's trying to crash it on purpose. From lawsuits to beefing with legends to trying to drag down cultural icons, dude's doing everything except building something meaningful. At this point, he's not just losing fans, he's getting wiped off the algorithm. So if you're rocking with this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. We're not done calling out the chaos.